If you're watching this video, it's because you're seriously considering quitting alcohol and or drugs, but have experienced some of the apprehensions that I mentioned before. You do not have to go through the trauma of a divorce or the professional humiliation of being fired. You don't have to damage your liver or to get arrested again for driving under the influence, or even worse, to harm somebody because you were driving under the influence. So let me tell you this straight up. Joining a meeting is for you. Wherever you're in your struggle with addiction, even if you have decided to give sobriety a try or are just considering it. The key is to attend these meetings voluntarily with a whatever it takes attitude and push aside whatever misconceptions you have about attending a meeting. Nobody likes to be told what to do, but even if your boss or your spouse is asking you to go to one of these meetings, the important thing is that you attend out of your free will for the meeting to have positive results on you. So what is so good about these meetings? Aren't they just a bunch of sick people with weak characters who have managed to mess up their lives by being stupid? Well, almost correct, but with some important nuances. These are a bunch of people who struggle with maladaptive behaviors to cope with strong feelings and emotions like anger and anxiety and other underlying mental health issues, who have managed to mess up their lives by making bad choices. But of course, only weak people struggle in life, right? Only stupid people make bad choices, right? Wrong. We all make bad choices. We all struggle in life. So let's get past this misconception that only weak and stupid people get addicted to something, okay? It might not be alcohol, but it might be porn, it might be shopping, it might be gambling, it might be eating. Let's get real. And chances are you know somebody in your immediate circle of friends and family who is currently struggling with one or more of these issues. Okay, hopefully at this point you're considering going to a meeting, but you might still be asking, why does going to a meeting help? The power of the group therapy resides in that your experiences and that of others are very similar, even though you might come from very different walks of life. You might be different gender, you might be different socioeconomical background, you might be a different race, you might be a different religion. So you see, you're not as unique as you think you are when it comes to your experiences with addiction and maladaptive behaviors. The people in these groups have been there, done that. The personal accounts that you will encounter are windows into your own past, your present, and your future. You don't have to go to jail or lose your wife or your health. Others have done it for you, and they have the story to tell you. They have walked the dark path, so you don't have to do it yourself. So if this was the only reasons why meetings are good for you, that would be enough. But there's more. When you finally decide to open up and share your struggle with others, the act of doing so is transformative. And you can do this because the meetings are a safe environment to do so, and you're following the example of others. Hearing yourself share your struggle with other humans sends a powerful message to your mind that you are not alone, that there's nothing wrong with your struggle, and eventually to the realization that there is nothing fundamentally flawed or wrong with you. But this is not all. We are social creatures in our core. And it doesn't matter if you're an introvert or an extrovert. We all have this need to belong. Addiction can be very isolating. The feeling of support, of people having your back and caring about you is incredibly powerful. These people are rooting for you. They care for you and they want you to get better. You cannot help but not want to disappoint them. They believe 100% in you, even if you don't believe 100% in yourself. The group provides you with a sense of accountability beyond your own desire to stop drinking or drugging. Had I not joined these groups, I wouldn't be here talking to you. As simple as that. You might think that recovery is about not having so many troubles in your life because of your addictive behavior. But make no mistake, recovery is about life or death. So which one is going to be? While 12-step programs can be helpful for a lot of people, they're not for everybody. On the one hand, they're widely available. There's always an AA meeting going on in town, and millions of people have recovered through AA. But their emphasis on admitting powerlessness and relying on a higher power may be difficult for a lot of people. Smart Recovery is a secular alternative to 12 steps programs like AA. Rather than emphasizing powerlessness and reliance on a higher power, Smart Recovery approach emphasizes that substance abuse is a habit that people can learn to control. It draws on elements of cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, and helps people to learn how to build and maintain motivation, cope with urges and cravings, understanding the relationship between your thoughts, your feelings, and your behaviors, and learning how to live a balanced life. This video is not intended to go into depth about the difference between 12-step programs and Smart Recovery. There is a lot of information out there, and I recommend that you look at all these alternatives that are available to you. Everything I said about the benefits of going to a meeting apply to both 12-step meetings and Smart Recovery groups. Recovery is different for each individual, and not every approach works the same way with everyone. I would give both groups a try, because only you can decide what's best for you. What really matters is that you adopt a whatever it takes attitude, because at the end of the day, it's your life and only you can make it better. I hope this information resonates with you, and let me know in the comments if this is something that you can relate to. Thank you for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and share with someone else who you think might benefit from this. This is Alex Rivera with Activation Energy, and I'll see you soon.